Hello, two heads up here. Welcome to another armor comparison guide. This time, this is a complete shield comparison guide. Now, obviously I'm missing a Dragonfire shield. I kind of wish I made this guide when I had a Dragonfire shield, but when I had Dragonfire shield, I didn't have a crystal shield, so what can you do? But I do know the stats of the Dragonfire shield, and we'll keep them in mind for comparison when comparing all the other shields. So what do I have here? I've got the most popular shields used in RuneScape. Defender, Zami Book or Unholy Book, Rune Kite Shield, Obby Shield, Dragon Square Shield, Crystal Shield, and then the Dragonfire Shield. I'm going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of each. And I've made a few shield comparison guides. I've already made an Obby Shield and Rune Defender comparison guide. Mainly the gist of that was Obby Shield has tons of range defense, same strength bonus as a Rune Defender. If you're fighting someone who's using range, it's much better to use an Obby Shield than a Rune Defender. And a Rune Defender actually gives negative range defense bonus. And we'll just leave that at that. So let's compare. Let's talk about each one first. An Unholy Book. Why would you use an Unholy Book? Well, obviously the attack stat bonuses are all +8, which is pretty good. And the prayer bonus. When would you actually use this? It's a very popular book for ranging when you're safe spotting, and just keeping a high prayer bonus in general. I don't recommend this book for PvP. When you're doing mini games and stuff where you can when you can use high risk gear. I don't recommend using an Unholy Book simply because it just gives no defense stats. And you sacrifice so much using an Unholy Book as opposed to, let's say, a Dragon Square Shield. You sacrifice 50 defense and everything just for that +8 attack bonus and that +5 prayer bonus. It's a great low-risk PKing book. It's very popular among pures. But if you do have 70 defense, even if you have 40, 45 defense, I recommend actually using a shield or a defender rather than an Unholy Book. But it's a great low-risk shield. That's the main gist of that. Rune Defender, same thing. It's a great low-risk PvP item. It's a very popular PvP shield. But the downside is it gives you negative range defense protection. So if someone is ranging you, it's good to keep an Obby Shield on hand to switch to if you're also using a Rune Defender. It will help you miles. But obviously it gives pretty much +20 melee attack bonuses, and it gives pretty low magic and range attack penalties opposed to Obby Shield. I mean, Obby Shield is -12 magic attack and -8 range attack. It's actually a great breeding shield, but it doesn't give any range defense once again. Something to keep in mind. Let's talk about the Rune Kite Shield. Rune Kite Shield is, it's a pretty basic shield, but it's still a pretty good shield. It only has a -2 range attack bonus. That's the same as Square Shield, the Dragon Square Shield. But the difference between the Dragon Square Shield and this is Dragon Square Shield has a lower magic attack penalty and has pretty significantly higher defense bonuses, especially stab and slash bonuses. And it doesn't give a magic defense penalty, the Dragon Square Shield. But overall, the Rune Kite Shield is just a good melee defense shield, a good all-around shield. Compared to the Obby Shield, the melee defense stats of the Rune Kite are slightly higher. You can definitely notice a +6 slash defense bonus and a +10 crush defense bonus. But you would normally, when someone's ranging you, it's much better to use an Obby Shield over a Rune Kite Shield because you get a strength bonus and you get that huge range defense. Let's talk about another shield briefly while on the subject. Granite Shield has the same exact stats as an Obby Shield, except an Obby Shield gives a +5 strength bonus. They literally have the same exact stats, but the Obby Shield gives you a strength bonus. So let's talk about the Crystal Shield. Now, Crystal Shield has the second highest melee defense stats in the game and the highest defense stats in the game. You notice this is 9 out of 10, yes, but it is imbued, and I imbued it at full. So this is the max stats for the Crystal Shield. It's a great shield, but it's not a great breeding shield. As you can see, not only does it give a -10 magic attack bonus, it gives a -10 range attack bonus, which you compare to the Dragon Square Shield gives much, much less. And the Dragon Square Shield pretty much gives the same melee defense stats as the Crystal Shield. The Crystal Shield's only slightly higher. So Crystal Shield I really don't recommend for breeding. So what's it actually good for? It's great for tanking range, obviously, in PvP and PvM. If you're able to find a Bandos world that's empty, taking a Crystal Shield will greatly help you out with that range defense, since you do have to protect melee, obviously. Nabi Shield will work well too, but you sacrifice a 15 range defense, and you sacrifice some melee defense. That'll help you, well actually it doesn't really matter. But you sacrifice some range defense for 5 strength bonus. Great breeding shields are the Dragon Square Shield, Rune Defender, Rune Kite Shield, and Unholy Book. The Crystal Shield and the Obby Shield are really best for just range defense. They're not the best breeding shields. Because you look at the penalties of both of these for range and magic, and they're pretty high penalties in comparison with the Kite Shield and Dragon Square Shield and all these down here. These are much better breeding shields. Finally, let's talk about the Dragon's Fire Shield and in comparison with the Crystal Shield. Now, Crystal Shield has melee defense bonuses in the low 50s. Dragonfire Shield has melee defense bonuses in the mid-70s. And Dragonfire Shield has 75 range defense bonus, while Crystal Shield has 80. So, the Dragonfire Shield is pretty much better in every single way than the Crystal Shield, except for range defense. Now, why the hell use a Crystal Shield over a Dragonfire Shield? Well, it's a matter of money, really, because they pretty much give the same magic and range attack penalties. I think a Dragonfire Shield's only -8 or -6 rather than -10 range attack, so it is slightly lower of a penalty for range. But anyways, why use a Crystal Shield over Dragonfire Shield? Like I said, it's merely a matter of money. The Dragonfire Shield is like 55 mil, and the most expensive a Crystal Shield gets is 750k. And you eventually can get the price down of a Crystal Shield to 150k. So it's 150k versus 55 mil. Most players are going to choose the 150k shield, which is still a very good shield, the second best shield in the game, opposed to paying 55 mil more for another shield. But the Dragonfire Shield is just so awesome in the fact that, yes, it has the highest melee defense stats in the game, but it also gives a +10 magic defense bonus. And it gives a +7 prayer bonus. No, +7 strength bonus. What am I saying? So it is a pretty awesome shield. And a lot of people forget the fact that Dragonfire Shield has that special attack, special Dragonfire attack, which does up to 25 damage or so. But only works if your opponent isn't wearing an anti-dragon or Dragonfire Shield, or hasn't drank an anti-fire potion. That's the only time it works. So, those are all the shields. Dragonfire Shield really isn't a great breeding shield, but just because it gives huge defense stats, lots of players use it for breeding merely because of that fact. Just because of the huge defense stats, they're willing to eat the negative attack bonuses for those massive defense bonuses. Another shield we're overlooking is a Holy Book. And what would you use a Holy Book for? Well, let's get it out. mainly use a holy book when you need magic defense and a prayer bonus. Uh, you get +8, defense all around, which is pretty low, uh, obviously. But +8 magic defense is one of the highest in the game. It's actually it's the third highest in the game. So if you do need some magic defense, a holy book doesn't even cost 100k to make, and it gives pretty good magic defense. One last thing, in terms of uh, what we can classify as shields, really that might be useful. Mage's Book gives the highest magic defense in the game. It's a very popular book for Castle Wars because it gives a +15 magic defense bonus. And flag runners really only care about magic defense because they don't want to get barraged. They would just want to keep running. So these are all the popular shields in the game. Hopefully this was informative. Please do explore the stats of all your equipment. It gives you a pretty big knowledge advantage over other players in the game, and it helps you build good gear sets for, at the very least for mini games, maybe for PKing, depending upon how much you want to risk. If this was informative and helpful, please do leave a like. Sorry I rambled on for so long, but I do like to be thorough. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.